The Tantra of Subāhu's Questions. Chapter 5. Vignas exhaust all merit, so that people do not succeed in mantra. Those freed from vignas shine, like the moon emerging from a cloud. Just as no fruit, flower, or sprout will grow from a vase without soil and water, or out of season, sprouts, leaves, stalks, flowers, and fruit will grow when such conditions are present. When the rites are corrupted, vowels and syllables missing, offerings are lacking, recitation is sloppy, or when vowels and syllables are added, mantras will not grant abundant siddhi. The rain clouds of summer, for example, release rain favorably according to people's fortune. So too it is in light of a person's fortune that mantras bestow the desired siddhi. Seeing the proper time, place, and ritual steps, seeing that evil is cleansed and merit gathered, seeing proper respect and complete recitation, mantras will then bestow their fruits. The extent to which mantrins are suffused with evil, the extent to which they do not gather merit and pure deeds, and the degree to which they recite without proper rites, to that degree they will not receive the siddhis. Should a rite be corrupted or interrupted, a different mantra recited, recitation abandoned, or dedicated to a different purpose, then worship should be made fervently 3 times a day, and another 100,000 recitations completed. After 10, 8, 7, or 4,000 recitations, they should perform a homa using ghee, or perform a homa using a mixture of ghee and whole barley, black sesame, or mustard seeds. Locate fresh wood for the homa that is 12 finger widths long. It can be rose apple, madhu, plaksha, palasha, udumbara, kadira, ashvata, apamara, aka, ashoka, rajaka, nyagroda, bilva, or amrasha. Smear them with yogurt, ghee, and honey, and continuously offer them into the fire as homa. Doing this, the siddhis are quickly attained. If it seems that a mantra has been disrupted, restricted, or suppressed by another mantra, make an effigy of it from clay and place it before my feet. The mantrin should use an essence mantra, such as kili kila, while washing the effigy with milk and ghee. After doing this for 7 days, the mantras will be freed from all restrictions and suppressions. If the rites of worship and so forth are complete, but the mantra still does not bear fruit, anoint an effigy with poison and black mustard seed, and recite the kilikila, dramida, or similar mantra. Using the mantra along with mustard oil and salt, perform a homa 3 times a day for 7 days. The mantra deity will then appear in a dream to reveal the corrupted rite or the syllables added or omitted. I have already taught about upholding the way of mantra. Just as ocean tides never fail, mantras should never be used to suppress another mantra, nor to restrict or disrupt it. A loved one might tell a person, "You shouldn't visit so-and-so's house anymore," even just to look, and present them with good reasons. That person, hearing what they have to say, will not go there for conversation or even to look. So too, mantrins should never recite any mantra to suppress the mantra of another. They should not disrupt or restrict a mantra, nor should they add or omit mantra syllables. They should not change the purpose of a rite, and should never torment local beings. Mantrins should possess, restrain, strike, and confuse, but not crush limbs, nor bring a family to ruin. They should not banish nagas, nor grahas, nor other similar beings. They should not eradicate, banish, or kill, nor fail to heal a child possessed by grahas. They should never use nets, traps, snares, or decoys to cause harm to any being. It is said there are 10 requisites for siddhi: the mantrin, their mantra, an attendant, a ritual substance, perseverance, a direction, a site, time, a deity with complete iconography, and mental fortitude. Others speak of the Vijayadhara and assistant, others specifically of the direction, perseverance, and time. Yet others say they are the ritual substance, site, deity, and mantra. And some say it is mental fortitude. Each explains the science of mantra according to their own understanding, stating that success requires 10, 8, or 5, or that it requires 4, 3, or only 1. But in the Tantras, Buddhahood is reached through 2 rites. Practitioners perfect their own qualities. They maintain the strongest perseverance, feel no envy toward another's gain, desire nothing, and tolerate physical affliction. With a proper rite and clear mantra, with vowels, nasalizations, and punctuation complete and clear, recitation in places frequented by Buddhas and Bodhisattvas brings the most wondrous of siddhis. Just as the king of beasts, when hungry, uses its great might to slay an elephant, and likewise can swiftly kill wolves, as well as pigs, deer, and jackals, so a mantrin in a leonine way has great perseverance, and draws upon the highest effort, in activities high, middling, and low. The sound of clay drums, conches, and other drums, the fearful sounds that humans make, peals of laughter, whistle tunes, sounds of song and dance, flutes, venas, and large clay drums as well, chirping flocks of different birds, the sound of water, and the tinkling sound of women's jewelry, and the harms of biting insects, heat, cold, and wind, these distract and agitate a person's mind. Recitation should be neither quick nor slow. It should be neither loud nor too soft. It should not be done while conversing or distracted, and the vowels, nasalizations, and punctuation should be correct. Just as the water of a river flows continuously all day and all night, so the merit of embodied beings increases through reverence, recitation, and observances. A lazy, desirous, non-virtuous mind, distractedly wandering here and there, is swiftly reined in from wherever it was to prepare an offering of the mantra's syllables. One focuses on the tip of the nose and gives up thoughts. Even when there is movement, one remains undistracted. One has then reached stability on the object, certain that the mind is now poised and ready. A person with a focused mind experiences joy arising in the mind, a joy that brings about a pliant body that brings a wealth of happiness. Through physical ease, a focused mind, and samadhi, recitation becomes unhindered. Completing the recitation entirely purifies any evil done in previous lives. Once recitation has purified all evil, the mind, now clear, will attain siddhis. This is why the blessed Lord of Victors said, "The mind is the root of all these phenomena. The clear mind gains happiness, both human and divine, as well as of the heavens and the liberation of awakening. The faults of mind bring birth among animals, among the hells, or among the ugly and destitute. A person whose mind has cleared avoids all harm in the middle and end, from earth, water, fire, aging, sickness, death, and the rest, and attains the happiness and peace of liberation." The mantra siddhis that are common to all, which bring limited happiness and myriad sufferings, and are fleeting and rife with toxic afflictions, are obtained with a clear mind. Beings do not arise at random, not from time, nor do they arise from Prakriti or a powerful god. They do not arise without cause, nor are they made by a person. Beings arise from karma and the afflictive emotions. Matter consists of the four major elements, but it is not the self, and the self is not matter. There is no self in matter, and no matter in the self. Matter is empty. Know this about the other four aggregates as well. Matter is like foam. Sensations are impermanent, like bubbles. To see them this way is said to be an excellent view. To regard them otherwise is said to be a poor view. As the time of mantra recitation draws near, one will see the following at night in dreams: a mansion, a tree, a banner, a lion, or a horse, a mountain, a chariot, a thundercloud, or a naga. One may dream of joyfully riding a tiger, rhinoceros, elephant, or bull, or of flower garlands, clothing, fragrances, meat, alcohol, fish, fruit, or books. One may dream of a divine form or a red utpala, of a milk cow and calf, a loaded chariot, a white parasol, fly whisk, shoes, or a sword, a fan of gold and turquoise, or a mala. One may dream of jewels, pearls, mother of pearl, conch, or silver, of a beautiful woman or a lovely young girl, of an ornament bedecked with a variety of jewels, or of discovering a white bedspread. At the break of dawn, one may dream of a river or stream, of a waterfall, ocean, or pond, of drinking from or swimming in a pool, or of bathing one's body in blood. One may dream of an image of the victor in a shrine or chaitya, of a sublime bodhisattva or a pracheka Buddha, of the undefiled community of monks, nuns, and lay people, or of the deities who rule the area. One may dream of a pleasant Brahmin man, worthy of worship, or of fire, an eminent person, or a young man, wealthy and prosperous, or of one's parent, friends, kin, or a yaksha, or of a powerful deity, or a gathering of youths. One may dream one is eating the sun and moon, moving within the earth, drinking a seed, walking on fire, eating meat, or that a fire burns within one's body. Those who have these excellent dreams will reach attainment before too long, in a month, half a month, one day, or a single moment, ever do they draw nearer. This was the 5th chapter of the noble Subāhu's questions. Chapter 6. As the siddhis near, the mind delights in recitation and takes no joy in evil. It never wavers, even when beset with severe suffering, such as hunger and thirst, heat, cold, wind, and weariness. One is not menaced by bees, biting flies, worms, or ants, by reptiles, centipedes, snakes, or bears, or by pishachas and putanas, not even by their shadows. Mantrin's words will be memorable, their minds keen. They will be skilled in literature and the art of inquiry. They will take joy in the Dharma, perceive hidden treasures, and their bodies will be free of illness and odour. When a person so much as sees or hears them, they will be immediately filled with joy. Women who beguile even the devas of the desire realm will invite them to experience pleasure. Whenever a learned person feels delight in seeing or hearing the forms and voices of devas, yakshas, gandharvas, or apsarasis, at that moment the siddhis are close at hand. recognizing their bodies as stainless and pure. One who maintains the posada vows should give up food and maintain a fast for 1 day, 2 days, or even 3. Once those days have passed, they should begin to practice for their own prosperity. Upon hearing this, Subāhu raised another question. It has been said that food does not purify. Why then, Venerable One, have you said we should endure fasts to purify the body? For what reason did the Sugata, who reached the end of existence, say that one can even eat a chariot's axle grease? The Vajra bearer, hearing Subāhu's words, spoke with a voice that rumbled like thunder. Only son, though the Sugata never taught fasting to purify the body is unclean. It is flesh, muscle, bone, blood, marrow, brain, intestines, spleen, liver, kidneys, fat, bile, phlegm, sexual fluids, feces, urine, snot, head hair, body hair, and bone. It has eyes, ears, a nose and mouth, an anus and sex organs, 9 orifices in all, holes from which myriad impurities constantly ooze in streams. The collection of all these parts, made of earth, water, fire, wind, and space, comprises the material for the whole human body, in accordance with the specifics of karma. Fasting is said to rid the body of its feces, urine, snot, saliva, and phlegm. The body is pure when rid of these pollutants, making it easy to accomplish one's prosperity. Should one be tormented by desire, concentrate the mind, and reflect on all these different parts of the body, examining each with the eye of wisdom. After such conclusive self-examination, the desire to fixate on one's body and health will be utterly uprooted and pacified, just as the sun fully dispels darkness. After preparing for mantra with these beneficial practices, mantrins, now aware of their own body, should begin their recitation on the 15th, 8th, or 14th day of the waxing moon. To prepare the ground where the deity will rest, they smear it with a mixture of soil, cow dung, and so forth. With faith, they make offerings to all the Sugatas, using garlands, foods, flowers, fragrance, and lamps. Next, they should worship the Vajra holder and his retinue, and then make offerings to the mantra deities. After singing the praises of the praiseworthy Buddhas, they should reflect on bodhicitta and cultivate compassion in any suitable way for beings tormented by birth, old age, sickness, and death. They should then sequentially read the Sutra of the Great Assembly, the auspicious verses, the Supreme Wheel of Dharma, the Secret of the Thus Gone Ones, the Great Lamp, or other texts deemed suitable. Once the directions are secure, including zenith and nadir, and once the armor has been donned, they should use colored pigments to draw one of the maṇḍalas mentioned before. In it they should draw concentric circles of vajras, fire, water, wind, and spears. Drawing the outer enclosure will vex the minds of devas, asuras, and any hostile beings. The mantrin should take a seat, consecrated as a lion throne, and place it at the center of the maṇḍala. After performing the rites of self-protection, they should sit, pick up the ritual substance, swiftly complete the recitation, and perform 1,000 incense homas. Next, they wash the substance with scented water, dispel the many types of vignas, place it on top of 3 bodhi leaves, and cover it with 4 more. They recite the mantra for as long as necessary, until they see the 3 signs. The substance will grow warm, smoke, or blaze with fire. Even if the order is reversed, accomplishment is said to be reached. Warmth indicates control over any being. Smoke indicates the power of invisibility. And fire indicates the ability to fly through the sky in a human body that shines like a god. Just as a chill enters the body, just as a Gandhava enters a womb, just as fire springs from the sunlight stored in a sunstone, so the siddhis enter the body. Should a lamp's flame grow and blaze intensely, appearing as a bright golden tendril that continues to burn even after the oil is spent, then the mantrin has obtained the siddhi. These are the siddhis born from the ritual substance. A person has reached attainment if the painted image shakes, if a garland, eyebrow, eye, fly whisk, or ornaments begin to move, if flowers rain down or a squall strikes, if the earth shakes rapidly, if a disembodied voice calls from the sky, saying, "Soul child, request the sublime boon you desire," if divine drums sound, causing their hair to bristle, if a great rain of ornaments falls, or if they see with their own eyes a deva, ashura, or an image of the mantra in the sky, they should mix fresh flowers, refined gold, and water, and arrange offering water while uttering praises. They should then bow their heads with a focused mind and request the boon aligned with their faith and effort. The boon received, they should bow with joy, sing praises, and present offering water with faith, speak the mantra, and request the deity to depart. This is the procedure for all mantras. A mantrin of outstanding mental strength should now perform a fearsome rite. A pishacha would take the chance to ruin a person with feeble mental strength. An armor-clad hero, skilled with weapons, riding atop a fine equipped elephant, can conquer an entire host of enemies by hoisting a bow and letting one mighty arrow fly. Likewise, a person of great mental strength, armored in discipline and astride the elephant of protection, hoists the bow of mantra and lets fly the arrow of recitation, to conquer creatures of the night like bhutas and the rest. A person with a bent back, extra or missing limbs, one who too short, too tall, or obese, one born from a loathsome womb, or a pandaka, corpses of these types should be rejected. When a corpse is found of someone who died of indigestion, intense fever, diarrhea, vomiting, confinement, water, or impaling, who was killed by a snake, died of poisoning, bile, wind, and so forth, or another observable cause, or else one with its limbs intact, an uninjured face, or one free of open wounds, take a sword or club in hand and keep guard over it throughout the day. In a charnel ground, an empty house, at a lone tree, crossroads, near a river or stream, at a lake, ocean, or on a mountain, raising a corpse will instantly succeed. Once a suitable location is determined, it should be smeared with a mixture of earth, cow dung, and so forth. In that clean place, draw the samaya, using white, red, black, and other various pigments. Reflecting on the maṇḍalas already described, select the one that best suits the intended aim, and draw the sublime mother of the clan, after assiduously reciting with great faith. A fearless assistant should retrieve the corpse, carry it over, and place it on some kusha grass. Its head and body should be shaved of hair, and immediately anointed with grain oil. Take 4 vases whose bases are not black, fill them with clean water, and use them to scrub the corpse. Dress it in a set of white clothes, and place it on kusha grass at the mandala's center. Place a fresh flower on the corpse and orient its head either to the east or south. Anoint it with fragrance, cense it with incense, drape it with a garland, and scatter flower petals on it. To the extent possible, procure a number of cakes made of mixed meat, fish, ghee, sesame, and the like. Give them to the bhutas, nagas, pishachas, yakshas, and other spirits above, below, and throughout the directions. One should protect oneself and one's excellent assistant, and with a focused mind recite the mantra. As the moment of the corpse's animation nears, all manner of frightful vignas will appear. Incant ash, whole mustard seeds, and the like, with an Ushnisha Raja mantra, and scatter them about. When vignas approach from the four directions, drive them off with the power of mantra. To pacify them wrathfully, use the forceful rites of Amrita Kundalin. Once the vignas have been defeated, the corpse will swiftly rise through the power of mantra. Anything found among the ritual procedures of mantra can be accomplished without any limitation. But if the corpse has risen and its mantra is not known, one can still receive the siddhi using rites taught elsewhere upon the risen corpse. The corpse will grant the siddhis of locating treasure, entering openings in the earth, a sword, eye ointment, a mount, a servant, mines, metallurgy, alchemy, and flight. A weak-minded person who seeks siddhis from corpses, while lacking the power of protection and mantra, and the power of observances and the mind, will be killed by the creatures of the night. This was the 6th chapter of the noble Subāhu's questions.